Good afternoon and welcome in back to Knoxville Catholic High School, where we have game one of a three-gamer here today in Knoxville, Tennessee. The first pitch of the first game is underway, and before I even have a chance to introduce anything, we already have a foul ball almost caught. But anyways, if you're just tuning in, my name is Hunter Mancuso. I will be your host and broadcaster for all three games today. It's going to be a long day of baseball. So in the first game here today, we have the Athletics at the Copperheads. Athletics sitting at 2-0, looking for their third straight win. Copperheads at 0-2, looking for their first. Will Sharp is on the mound today. The big right-handed pitcher is getting ahead of the first batter today, 0-2. Speaking of first batter, Grayson White trying to get things going for the Athletics as they look to start off their rather hot 2026 season. That one's fouled off. We'll stay at 0-2. The Athletics have two games today. They will play the first and second game. Copperheads are one and done. We will have another team come in to replace the Copperheads, and they will play in the back two games. So 3 games here today. I will be on the mic for all of them. Grayson Wright moves to 1-2. Big swing and a miss there, and Sharp starts his afternoon with the strikeout. So a little bit of a defensive alignment for you. Peters is out in left. Johnson is out in center. Hubbard out in right. Ford is on first. Negron on second. Shepard out in the sixth hole at short. Sacrament at third. Lot behind the dish. And then, of course, Sharp on the mound. That will bring up number 50, Danny Isbell. And first pitch to him is chopped the opposite way, a little blooper in a shallow left field. That one's going to roar to the wall. Isbell on his horse, and it is a stand-up, one-out double for Isbell. First pitch swinging, first pitch opposite way knock. And quickly here, there's one on. So after that knock for Isbell, that will bring up Colby Comparado. Comparado rocking number 3 today. He's out in center. Whenever the Athletics will take the field for the first time. If you're just tuning in, it's a good day for baseball. I know the BCA family rolls in deep. Copperhead family, y'all too. Glad to see people tuning into the stream today. First pitch to Comparado misses down low. Things will move to 1-0. Going to be a whole lot of me today, a whole lot of baseball. 3 games on the mic, all me, all by myself. So it'll be fun. That's what Mondays are in the Smoky Mountain Collegiate League. That one's popped high in the air, shallow right field. Hubbard coming in. He'll put it away. No tag from Isbell on second. That'll be the second out. Sharp working quickly here, 2 outs. And fourth batter of the inning, Joey Sulish. Sulish batting in the cleanup spot. He'll look to get things going. A little 2-out rally with the first run of the game in now scoring position. He skies that one. Foul out of play. Things will move to 0-1. This is now the official second week of Smoky Mountain Collegiate League Baseball here in 2026. If you're tuning in, this is the first Monday, but if you're just tuning in for the first time, my name is Hunter Mancuso. I'm glad to see everybody can get a little bit of online action to see their kids play ball out here in beautiful Knoxville, Tennessee. That one catches the corner. Copperheads coming off a loss, an 11-12 loss. They had an all-out slugfest in their last game. That one was over at Maryville High School. Speaking of Maryville, we will be there every Thursday And then tomorrow is Tuesday, but every game for the rest of the season will be at Knoxville Catholic Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and over in Maryville on Thursday. Sulish fouls that one off. Count stays at 1 and 2. This is also the first game that's taken place at 3 o'clock here, East Coast time. Most games have been at 5:30, or excuse me, 5 and 7:30. But every Monday there will be a triple header here in Knoxville Catholic. Today being the first of such, the first Monday played in the league, as last Monday was Memorial Day. No games played last Monday. Sulish chops that one high in the air, foul territory. It'll go out of play. Again, if you're new to the stream, we do not have views of first and third. Camera not wide enough to do that, so it'll be my job to paint the picture for the corners. I do apologize. But the little score bug in the bottom right will show you if there's anything going on the corners. Sulish high in the air, shallow right. Negron going back, second baseman, and he will put it away. So that will be the third out of the inning. Will Sharp strands a runner on first, and we will head into the bottom half of it. We are through a half inning. I will have the bottom half of the inning for you when we come back. If you're new, I mute my microphone in between innings. And in the meantime, I will come back whenever the first batter steps in the box. So I'll be right back. Back here in Knoxville, oh my goodness, Knoxville Catholic. We are through a half inning. We are heading in the bottom half of it. That means the Athletics will take the field for the first time, given they are the away team, and that will send up the Copperheads to swing their sticks. Bryson Shepard will step in the left-handed box to get things going today. Evan Cope on the mound, first pitch home, 0-1. Defensively aligned for the Athletics here in the first game on this Monday. Trimble out in left, Comparado in center. Danny Isbell out in right. Will Dickens at first, Garrett Wright at second. Well, Grayson Wright, excuse me. Joey Sulish on short, Mason Alcorn at third. Evan Cope on the mound, and Jack Fennell behind the dish. That one sent high in the air left field. Trimble out there. He'll get underneath it, and one up, one down for the Copperheads. Playing for the Athletics today, not out in the field, Gavin DiBartolomeo and Finn Piper are both extra hitters and designated hitters today, respectively. So for the Copperheads, that will send up Negron. He'll step in with one runner out. A little half swing there by Negron, and count moves to 0-1. Curveball catches the outside part of the plate. We will move to 0-2. Evan Cope working quickly here. The 0-2 just missed on the inside part of the plate. Count will run to 1-2. That one, curveball in there, called strike three. Negron goes down looking. And quickly here, 2 up, 2 down. Athletics working smoothly. That will bring up Mark Sackerman. He will stand in for his first at bat. Sackerman from Louisville, Tennessee. He plays on the left side of the infield. Not Louisville, Kentucky, but maybe the second most popular Louisville in the country. Louisville, Tennessee. Big swing and a miss there from Sackerman. Evan Cope working quickly. That one chopped up the ground, on the ground, up the middle. Alcorn there. He'll throw over to Dickens, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down. Evan Cope works quickly. We are through 1 full. Your score tied at 0. We will head into the second half or the second inning when we come back. Your score after 1, 0-0. Back here at Knoxville Catholic, skies are a little bit gloomy here today. A little bit of rain is on the forecast. We will see if it stays to a light drizzle or if things will pick up maybe a little later. But in the meantime, we are still dry. First pitch in there from Sharp. Misses 1-0. Mason Alcorn at a 1-1 count. So if everybody watching on the stream, you will not get wet. You will stay rather dry. We will see if the rain picks up or if it will stay to a light drizzle. Every day here in Knoxville for the past week and a half, the weather app has said rain. Big swing and a miss there, and it's a 4-pitch strikeout. Sharp picks up where he left off. Gavin DiBartolomeo will come back up. But the weather app or the weather in general has says nothing but rain for the past 7 days and the future 7 days. That one little chopper on the ground over to short. Throw off line from Shepard. DiBartolomeo will reach safely. That will be an error, no doubt. And there's a man on for Will Dickens. Quick baseball being here to play, or quick baseball being played here today. I don't even have a chance to nonsense in the background. But regardless, what I'm trying to get at is it's been rather nice here in Knoxville the past, maybe 3 or 4 days. Very beautiful weekend. Hope everybody got out and did stuff. I didn't, but I liked looking out my window. Will Dickens gets ahead 1-0. But now that it's time for baseball here in Knoxville again for the Smoky Mountain Collegiate League 2026 season, week 2. A little gloomy again here today, but we will see if the rain can hold off or if it'll be a little wet, but it doesn't matter for everybody back home. Y'all chose the smarter option. Smarter by way of the broadcast. Still possible. Dickens fouls that one off. Oh, and speak of the devil or speak of the rain. Rain now picking up. Everybody in the stands vacating a little bit. My camera is outside, so I might have to adjust that here in a second, making sure it doesn't get wet. I will do that right now, actually. I'll pull this back inside. Everybody in the stands vacating as you can visibly see the rain coming down now. So excuse me if the angle is a little wonky. It's not the most ideal angle, but I try to find it. Rain really coming down now. You could say I kind of spoke it into existence. Trying to multitask here right now. Everybody in the stands vacating underneath the awning. DeBartolomeu goes off of first to throw down. And it is a walk. So I'm trying to mess with the scoreboard and the camera at once. Making sure that all the equipment stays nice and dry, but also still giving a good view. This might be what we have to rock with. So we will mess with that. As there's now 2 runners on. I'm a little bit distracted here, but that will bring up the catcher, Jack Fennell. Fennell back up the middle. That one's going to bloop right in front of Johnson in center. Everybody will move ahead 90 feet. DeBartolomeu almost caught it third by way of the force, but instead he slides in safely. So amidst that little rain shower we had for about 15 seconds, the bases are now loaded. I know this stream does look a little dark. I'm trying to play with the colors, see if I can get it a little brighter without going full white. That one on the ground, over to first. He'll fire home for 1. Fenn Piper reaches safely by way of a fielder's choice. And there are now 2 outs, no run scores. Base is still loaded. So that will bring up the final batter in the first turn's rotation. Alex Trimble due up for his first turn. The left fielder will stand in from the left-handed box with the bases still loaded. That one missed just outside. I feel as though I had an announcer's jinx right there, or a broadcaster's jinx. I was talking about the rain, seeing if we could stay dry for the time being, and then as soon as I finish my sentence, the rain comes down. Welcome to living in the South, though. That is the way of life down here. Rain really picking up now. Tremble fouls that one off. The infield is turf, outfield grass, so we might get a little pause only if there is lightning. I don't believe water can cancel the game in and of itself unless things start to get really bad. Hopefully not, because we have 3 games of baseball here today. Rain really pouring down now. The 3-1 count, fouled off. You can really see it on the camera. It looks like thicker rain pieces, almost hail, you could say. It's not, but that's what the camera looks like. Doesn't look too bad here in person. It looks like just regular rain, but a little bit more visible on the camera itself. Full count pitch, fouled off. So with this rain, it's undoubtedly going to be messing with the pitchers as they have to grip these wet balls and try to make them locate where they want to. That's a little harder to do with everything all wet. But if that one swung on and missed, Will Sharp gets out of the inning unscathed. The Athletics strand the bases loaded. And we will head into the bottom half of the second. Still tied at 0. The rain might have saved Sharp there. And we are tied at 0 through 1.5. We will have the bottom of the second for you when we come back. We are now in the bottom half of the second inning. We will see how long this game continues with this rain absolutely coming down now. Ian Hubbard in the box for his first time swinging today. This rain getting real hard to see through from up here. Evan Cope still towing the rubber. And looks as though we will get some sort of a delay. Maybe just a rain delay, but no lightning as far as I can see from up here. And the lightning delays in other leagues, it's 30 minutes from the last strike. We will see if I'm not sure what the rules are for rain delays here at the Smoky Mountain Collegiate League. Maybe they will just wait for the rain to die down and everything will come back out. But in the meantime, we are now in a rain delay. Your score 0-0, bottom half of the second inning. I will step away. I will just mute my microphone. We will see when the players trot back on the field, and I will update you if anything is relayed to me or if the kids start packing up and what we're going to do. So don't go anywhere. I will have an answer for y'all momentarily. We are now in a rain delay. Welcome to living in the South, where the rain will turn on for 15 minutes and then it will go off, and it wouldn't surprise me if we have blue skies here in about 5 seconds. That was a very quick rain delay. It looks as though they just wanted to get off the field while the rain was at its heaviest part. And as I thought, and maybe a few other people tuning in back home thought, that will be the end of the rain delay. Forecast says rain for the latter part of this evening. Looks like a storm front coming through here in Knoxville. Should pass after today, but we do have 3 games to play today. We will see how many games we can get through here in western Knoxville before the rain might call it quits to everything. But as for right now, we are good to go. Ian Hubbard still in the box. The 2-0 on the way is fouled off. Moved to 2-1. So it's good to see that the rain would hold off just for a second. We can keep playing some ball out in Knoxville. I can't see behind me, but hopefully the clouds are a little bit more blue and things will just blow over. That one down low, that will put a runner on. So that'll bring up Aiden Mulliken. He will come up with nobody out and a runner on first. Evan Cope still on the mound. He is already about the 20 pitch mark, so working real conservatively. Mulliken swings and misses at that one. Aiden Mulliken from Jonesboro, Tennessee. First baseman and pitcher. Hubbard over on first, the big lead. That one fouled off by Mulliken. It'll stay at 0-2. Hubbard goes off at first. A swing and a miss by Mulliken. The throw down high and not in time. It's a stolen back for Hubbard. Meanwhile, Mulliken goes down swinging. There's one out. Jody Watson will come up to the dish with a runner in scoring position and one away. That one in there, strike number 1. Jody Watson, the right-hander from Athens, Tennessee. He's a DH today, but in the field he plays behind the dish and over in the hot corner. That one, good snag by Fennell behind the dish. Big swing and a miss there. And speaking of Fennell, I did have the father of Fennell come up to me behind, or right before the game started, and he just told me that I was saying the last name wrong, and he did it in a perfectly good way, and I appreciated that. So if anybody else wants to correct me about how to say their son's name, please do, because some of these names are really out there, and I do apologize to any families back home that I might be mispronouncing the names. But with no pronunciation guide, I'm kind of just up to my wildest imagination to say some of these names. That one will plunk Watson, and he will trot down to first. So if you want to leave a comment in the comment section, or if you're ever out here, either in Knoxville Catholic or out in Maryville, and you see me, just grab me, say hi, introduce yourself, and then tell me I've been saying your son's name wrong the whole time, and I will laugh it off awkwardly and tell you I won't do it again. But it's week number 2, and by the 7th or 8th week, however long this league goes, I believe it's 7 or 8 weeks, I will have everybody's name pronounced correctly. I will not call your son the wrong name or your family member, your boyfriend, your brother, however he may be of relative to you. I don't know, I'm just blabbering now. Hubbard over on second, Watson at first, Johnson at the dish. Brent Johnson from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, primarily an outfielder out in the field. That one misses down low. Good spot for Johnson, the 3-1. That will run the count full. And that will be a full count walk to load him up. Evan Cope losing a few batters there, hit by pitch. And now a base on balls. And a big spot in his first at bat. Hudson Ford will come up, looking to do real damage here in the bottom half of the second inning. Good spot for the Copperheads, as again, they are currently 0 for 2 on the young season. Still clawing for their first win. First pitch to Ford. Big swing and a miss there. That one just catches the inside part of the plate. Cope quickly working through Ford. Ford down 0-2. Cope and the Athletics would love a strikeout or a ground out or something to strand the bases loaded. We've seen that plenty of times here throughout the first week. Oh, breaking ball. Good pitch by Cope. Just missed the inside corner. Good eye by Ford, laying off the pitch in the dirt. The excuse me junk pitch down low. Count will run even at 2 apiece. A little bit of clouds moving out just beyond, I guess, the left field wall. You can't really see them because, again, the camera quality isn't too great. But I see a little bit of blue peeking through. Good battle by both these men. Ford down 0-2. Worked the count back to full. And now Evan Cope in danger of allowing some action on a base pass with a full count. And the base is juiced. The 3-2 to Ford almost hits him. Ball 4. Hudson Ford with the bases loaded full count walk was down 0-2, battled back to 3-2, worked the walk, and that will bring in the first run of the game. That is not for the Athletics, that's for the Copperheads. Copperheads now lead by 1. Bases still loaded with only 1 runner out. So now Samuel Lott will come up in basically the exact same spot. 1 out, bases loaded, but instead his team now has a 1-0 lead. Slowly but surely, the viewership for the stream today kind of picking up here as we get into the latter half of the second. Love seeing that. Hope everybody's pleased with the stream today. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. A gloomy one here in Tennessee, but still a good day for baseball. Rain still coming down. You can't really see it on stream, but still very lightly drizzling. Hope in danger of losing Lott at the 3-0. Watson on third, Johnson on second, Ford on first. The 3-0 home to lot is in there, called strike number one. That one chopped on the ground over to second. Wright coming in. He'll throw over to Alcorn at short for one. Across the diamond to first. No go. The throw home will be no throw home. So 2 runners will score on the infield single there by Lott. He will undoubtedly credit with a fielder's choice. There are now runners on only first. 2 runs come home to score. There is now 1 out or 2 outs. It's a big inning here for the Copperheads as they have now plated 3. Christopher Peters, the last batter in their rotation before it flips over. Peters down 0-2. Peters, the homegrown kid from Knoxville, primarily in the outfield as he is today. He's out in left. Peters at 0-2. A few 0-2 counts have run in the favor of Evan Cope, but the Copperheads have battled back through multiple of their 0-2 counts. Have not been any 3-pitch strikeouts this inning. As that one through the right side, that one's going to get between first and second. Lott will stop at first, or at second, excuse me. And it's a 2-out knock for Christopher Peters. That will bring back up the leadoff hitter, Bryson Shepard. Good battle by Cope and Shepard. Count is now at 2-1. Shepard 0 for 1 on the day. He's looking for his first knock through 2 at bats. And he skies that one foul out of play over to the left side. That will run things to 2-2. Cope trying to get out of the inning, already allowing 3 here in the second. The 2-2 just misses outside. Things run full. Shepard flies that one. Basically the same spot, high on the line, over to the left side, and things will stay at full count. Good battle. The full count on with a Shepard. Misses ball 4. Bases go back to loaded. Tough inning for Cope out there on the mound. That will bring up Negron once again. We will get a mound visit from the head coach of the Athletics, and we will see if this is it for Cope or if he will have the remainder of the inning. There is some action going on down the left field line for the Athletics bullpen. All right, and as for right now, it is still Cope's inning. He will come back up. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 3 runners already across in the inning. Your score: Copperheads 3, Athletics 0. 2 outs and the ground up at the dish once more. He's 0 for 1, his second at bat in as many innings. First pitch slips, almost missed him, or almost hits him, excuse me. That one fouled off. Another foul ball going down the right field line. Isbell was giving it a look, thought there might be a play on it, but instead that one will head into the parking lot here at Knoxville Catholic. If you're ever parking here, make sure you don't park in the lot right behind or just off to the field. You're going to want to park a few rows back. Kind of foul ball central. There's always a bunch of cars parked there, but I like my windshield without a baseball crack in it. And I like my fenders without dents in it, so I like to park just a few rows back. Here on the side of caution, and Negron goes down swinging. So finally, the inning is over for Evan Cope. 55 pitches for him through 2. And your score after 2 full: Athletics 0, Copperheads 3. They have a big inning. We will head into the third when we come back. Your score 3-0. Over here in Knoxville Catholic High School, the Athletics, or the Copperheads, have just taken a 3-0 lead. The Athletics, with a third chance to get some runs on the board, they trail by 3 in the top half of the third. Will Sharp still toeing the rubber. He will come back out for his third inning of work, sitting at about the 36 pitch mark. I don't know if anybody saw it. Got a good amount of views, but yesterday I uploaded a video to this YouTube channel called Every Home Run from Week 1 of the Smoky Mountain Collegiate League. I believe there was 4 or 5, I want to say. I'll be doing that every week, so if the man on the field you are watching homers this week, tell him that at the end of the week he will see it on a separate video, or you can just scroll through the entire live stream to try and find it if you remember what inning or top or bottom half of it. But I always write timestamps down for the bigger moments or the bigger calls that I have. It's a habit I got from college, calling games for Texas State baseball and softball. That one plunks right, and there will be a leadoff runner on for the Athletics. And that's how they want to see their inning get started. But anyways, yes, and I might do some bigger plays too. There was not a whole lot of bigger plays other than those 4 shots throughout the first week. But as the league gets going and we see some good plays, could just be a highlight reel throughout the week, but something to give these boys something to look forward to or something to look back on, something to send their colleges. Danny Isbell back up at the dish. He'll stand in. Nobody out, a runner on. The Athletics looking for a big inning here in the top half of the third. Trying to keep their 0 in the lose column. At one, strike number 1. Right, a big lead off of first. He went. Unfortunately, Isbell fouled it off. That undoubtedly would have been a stolen bag for Wright. Instead, he's got to go back. Isbell 1 for 1 in the 1 at bat he has had thus far. At a 1-2 count now. Whole bunch of foul balls here today. We were seeing a bunch of those. These 2 umpires will have to go through multiple balls, or it's not the umpire's job in these leagues. It's primarily the coaches in each team to supply them with baseballs. Good at bat by Isbell, fighting off close pitches. Wright goes off at first. The grounder up the middle. Second baseman Negron can't field it. Wright going to third. And it is a single up the middle for Danny Isbell. There are now runners on the corners with no out. Good knock by Isbell. Just getting past the glove of Negron over at second. And the thing starting here in the top of the third, going the Athletics' way. That'll bring up Colby Comparado, number 3. Comparado in a big spot here. 2 runners on, nobody out. Sharp kicks and deals. First pitch home. Nothing going. Comparado 0 for 1 in the afternoon. That one's going to be back up the middle. That one's going to get down in front of Johnson out in center. Isbell goes first to second. Wright will walk home. And the Athletics are now on the board. The score is now Athletics 1, Copperheads 3. They are fighting. Good back-to-back knocks up the middle by way of the Athletics, and that will bring up Joey Sulish with 2 runners on. First pitch to Sulish fouled off. That one in there. Sharp finds the strike zone. He gets ahead of Sulish 0-2. Athletics have been down in most of their, or I guess not in most, but in both of their games thus far. But down, but never out, as they have come back to win both of them. Sulish fouls that one off over the right side. First baseman Ford giving it a look, and he will put it away. Tough break for Sulish, but he makes the catch in foul territory, and that's the first out of the inning. Both runners are awarded a free bag in that situation. Don't know what for, I couldn't hear. Maybe some obstruction. But either way, Sulish still out by way of the putout. And that'll bring back up Alcorn. Swing and a miss there. from number 16, Alcorn. Mason Alcorn playing the hot corner in his second at bat today. Almost went down in 3 pitches, or excuse me, counts 1-1. Swing and a miss there from Alcorn. Now the count will run upwards of 1-2. Big spot here for Mason Alcorn. 2 runners in scoring position. Another single up the middle could tie the game for the Athletics. That one outside. Rain still coming down just a little bit. Ever so slight drizzle. But much better than the downpour we were enduring only an inning or so ago. That one foul out of play. Alcorn still at a 2-2. Sharp steps off. He'll redo it. Breaking ball just missed for Sharp. Alcorn still alive by the width of a hair, and count will run full. The full count on the way to Alcorn almost hits him. That'll be ball number 4. It's a full count walk, and that will load him up. Mason Alcorn getting the 1-out walk, and that will bring up Gavin DiBartolomeo. Number 27, the extra hitter today. 0 for 1 in a big spot here. Swing and a miss there. The rain looks worse on the camera than it does here in real life. But either way, the persistency of it has to be a little frustrating for these guys out on the field. That one back up the middle. Johnson will give it a look. That's out number 2. Runner coming home from third. That's Danny Isbell. He will plate the second run of the day for the Athletics. So call it a sacrifice fly for DiBartolomeo. And the other 2 runners will stay put. Athletics get one more back. The score now 3-2. Will Dickens coming back up. The lefty will stand in, trying to continue this solid inning. And that's the thing here in the SMCL thus far through the first week, is I'm noticing that when one team scores a few runs in an inning, the other team will score in their next at-bat a few runs. Very back and forth, very competitive baseball, which is what these kids need for the summer. You don't want to come join a summer league team and constantly be going through blowouts. You're not getting much better. You might be having a little bit more fun, but I think the whole point of these leagues is to send these kids back to their college come the fall with a little bit more talent, a little bit more understanding of the game. And so far through the first week, for pretty much every game I've called, and for most of y'all have watched for all y'all's teams, that's how it's been. Little half swing there. Home plate umpire says Dickens goes around, and things will move to 1-2. Rain picking back up again. Hopefully we don't get another delay. Still a little bit of blue up in the sky, but directly over us, very, very gray. Not too dark of a gray, but big lead for Comparado over there at second. Man, this rain is perfect stay-at-home weather, huh? You never want this to be when you're trying to be outside, but unfortunately the show must go on. But this would be a great day to be inside doing nothing right now, maybe watching a movie, or maybe watching y'all's kids or family members' baseball game through a YouTube stream. Either way, I'm inside right now, as the stream cannot be held at an outside point of view because there's too much electrical equipment. Anyways, 2-3, 3-2 runners go. Dickens in the air, just beyond the infield dirt. Shepard is there, and he will put it away for the third out. So the Athletics get two back. We are through 2.5. We will head into the bottom half of the third. Your score: Athletics 2, Copperheads 3. Very, very rainy day here in Knoxville, Tennessee. The bottom half of the third inning is set to begin here momentarily. There is a new pitcher on the mound. It is no longer Evan Cope. I will tell you the name of the pitcher whenever I get the game changer up. But the Copperheads up for their third at bat as they still lead by one. First pitch in there. It's 0-1. Mason Sackerman, the batter, and the pitcher be number 44, Charlie Lofton. So Mark Sackerman 0 for 1 on the rainy Monday afternoon. Falls behind Charlie Lofton. Lofton with that funky windup at a 2-2. He wears number 44. You know who else wears number 44? The best player in Major League Baseball right now, if any MLB fans out there. Good breaking ball, just missed. But by number 44, the best player in Major League Baseball, Yordan Alvarez. So Lofton looking to keep that number legacy going here in Tennessee. The full count, just missed down low. He loses the leadoff hitter. Copperheads coming to the dish here in the third, looking to do more damage. Ian Hubbard back up. Lofton throws over, almost gets Sackerman, but he's back safely. That one swung on and missed, and the ball didn't go anywhere, but the bat fully slipped out of Hubbard's hand. Went halfway down the right field line, almost to the outfield grass. I do not believe that was intentional. As he threw the bat towards his own team, most likely just a little bit of wetness from the rain. We'll give Hubbard the benefit of the doubt. Everybody watch out, though, down the right field line. Comparado taking some practice swings out there in center field. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but I did. Another swing and a miss there from Hubbard. This time he holds on to the bat. The 0-2 in the dirt. Rain slowing down once again. Just a light drizzle. Can barely even see it here in person. Sackerman goes off at first. The throw down is going to get into center field. Neither one of the middle infielders can get there. Meanwhile, Hubbard goes down swinging, so call it a strike him out stolen bag. And there's one out. Wade Mulligan will stand in for his second at-bat. He's 0 for 1 on the day. The ball gets away from Fennell behind the dish. That will allow Sackerman to go second to third. Quite a few different looks from Charlie Lofton's windup on the mound. He's came home overhead, sidearm, at his feet. That one almost hits Mulligan. We'll back him up off the plate. Lofton has still not found the strike zone against Aiden Mulligan. There it is. The 3-0 pitch comes home. We'll move to 3-1. Sackerman still over there on third, looking to give the Copperheads a single insurance. 3-1. Almost got a swing from Mulligan. He lays off. And as a 1-out walk, runners on the corners with the one gone. That will bring up Jody Watson. Runner goes off at first. Mulligan swings and bows that one off. So Watson now at a 0-2. Mulligan will trot back to first. Lofton looking for something on the ground to get himself out of the inning. Mulligan goes real early, no throw down. Aiden Mulligan had a great jump, but nobody covering the bag. That was a free stolen base for Aiden Mulligan. Meanwhile, Watson notches his first ball. It's 1-2. That one sent back up the middle. Comparado giving it a look. He will put it away. The tag, both runners tag. The throw comes home. The throw back over to third to get Mulligan, and he is tagged out. So good heads-up play by Dickens over there at first. Meanwhile, one run will come home to score, and that run will be credited because it was not a force, and that run scored before the tag out. Meanwhile, that was the third out of the inning, so it is now Copperheads 4. They take a 2-run lead over the Athletics. We are through 3 full. We will have the fourth for you when we come back. Four to two ball game here as the fourth inning gets underway. The Athletics will look to keep clawing back from this deficit. In the meantime, we will have a new batter or a new pitcher on the mound, who's no longer Will Sharp. First pitch in there, misses down low. And now we'll line that one. That one's going to get down into shallow right field. Hubbard will field it, throw it back in. It's a leadoff knock for Fennell. Quickly a runner on. Switching between game changers to try to find out the new pitcher. Still no consistent jerseys here for either team, so no numbers and different colors all over the place. But in the meantime, it's Finn Piper due back up. First pitch to Piper, misses outside. It's 1-0. I don't know if you can see it, but just beyond or just underneath the scoreboard right now, if you look out there, the grass is currently getting mowed. So hopefully nothing happens to the grass mower out here in Knoxville Catholic. I've never seen that during a game before. The guy is paying attention, so he's not just mowing, but I've never seen field care while a game is going on. That is actually kind of funny to me. Big swing and a miss there from Piper. That one sails to the backstop. That will allow Fennell to go first to second on the wild pitch. And the count will move to 2-1. So call it the wet balls today here in Knoxville. The new pitcher, Blair, coming in. That one just slipped from his hand. Just down low. Ben Piper moved to 3-1. Big lead off a second there for Jack Fennell. In the meantime, Piper works the walk. 2 runners on. Still nobody out here in the 4th. That will bring up Alex Trimble, number 98. After Trimble, it will be Grayson Wright on deck, and that will flip the lineup over. That one on the ground over to first. Ford misses the pick. Fennell come around to score. Piper over to third, and it's an infield base hit for Alex Trimble. Maybe call it an error on Ford. It missed the pick over there at first. Runners will be on the corners. And a runner came home to score. Score now 3-4. So that'll turn the lineup over. It will be Grayson Wright once again. He will face Blair here with still nobody out and 2 runners on. Breaking ball almost hits Wright. He ducks out of the way. Fires home. It's in there. First strike of the at bat for Wright. Runner goes off at first. Trimble, he will go first or second on the steal. It's a swing and a miss there from Wright. Now runners on first and second. A 1-2 count. Piper on third. Trimble on second. Wright at the dish. Still nobody out. Wright skies this one. Middle or center field. Johnson's underneath it. He'll put it away for 1 out. The throw home will not be in time. Finn Piper scores. The game is now tied by the sac fly there by Trimble, or by Wright, excuse me. Trimble remains at second. Finn Piper scores. And your score now, 4-4. Runner on second. 1 out. That will bring up Danny Isbell. Like I mentioned, Athletics down but never out. First pitch to Isbell. Finds the corner. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss there from Danny Isbell, and Blair getting ahead 0-2. Isbell 2 for 2 today, trying to keep his perfect streak going. The 0-2 on the way. Slipped outside. Count will move to 1-2. The rain finally dying off, it looks like. Finally a dry sky. The throw down trying to get Alex Trimble going. Not in time. He will go second to third on the stolen bag. In the meantime, it's 2-2. So now a good spot for Danny Isbell to give his team the lead. Anything in the outfield will score Trimble over from third. That one almost hits Danny Isbell, and the count run full. Good battle by both these men. Game is only about halfway over, and we already have the next team on deck. They are looking on. They will be sitting there for quite a minute, it looks like. Full count, swinging and missing for Danny Isbell, and that is the second out of the inning. Blair beats Isbell, and there's 2 gone. I believe that is the Eagles who are over just beyond the right field foul pole or right field dugout. They will play the Athletics in the next game, and then they will play a third game of their own. That one little tapper off the bat of Comparado. Looks like a little half swing. Doesn't go his way. The 0-1 home. The 0-1 swinging for Comparado. It's 0-2. Blair getting ahead. That one hit hard on the ground to the third base, and that one's going to get fair by maybe a foot. That'll bring home Trimble, and Comparado with a stand-up double. Oh, he's going to third on the overthrown ball. So called a 2-backer and a 1 base on the air. In the meantime, Trimble scores. That gives the Athletics a lead. It is now Athletics 5, Copperheads 4. Good knock by Comparado down the line. Maybe stayed fair of the bag by maybe a foot and a half. Hit on a screamer. The third baseman, Sackerman, didn't have any time to get there at all. The throw by Peters coming in, overthrown the cutoff man, and that allowed Comparado to get an extra bag on the air. Breaking ball hit high and deep by Sulish. Just on the warning track, and Peters will put that away for the third out. The Athletics scored 3. They take the lead. We are halfway home. It is Athletics 5, Copperheads 4. I will be right back momentarily. And before I even have a chance to say anything here, in the bottom half of the fourth inning, there is a leadoff knock. It is still Charlie Lofton towing the rubber. And a leadoff hit into shallow right field that will put a runner on very quickly for the Copperheads. Throw over. Got him! Good work by Charlie Lofton. Got the leadoff runner peeking off first, and that is the first successful pickoff of the season. Will Dickens still over there on first. So that was Johnson who got picked off. Hudson Ford now up the dish. And if you're wondering why there's now green on the field, it looks as though jerseys have came in. Officially, the Smoky Mountain Collegiate League jerseys will be worn for the rest of the season. So I'm going to change the scoreboard to green. So the Copperheads are now green. They are no longer wearing the collective black. Same players, but now they are in green. Big swing and a miss there from Ford. That is strike number 2. The new catcher threw down thinking that was the final strike, but instead it is just the second strike. That is Gavin DeBartolomeo now behind the plate. A very close pitch there. I thought that might be the end for Ford, but instead it's a full count walk. And there is now a 1-out base runner. That will also be the end of the day for Charlie Lofton. Lofton will step off and we will get a new runner or a new pitcher on. So I'll take a quick break, and when we come back, I will tell you the new pitcher. So here in the fourth inning, Jack Fennell goes out from behind the plate and out to on the mound. That is why he was removed from the game, catcher position-wise, and he will now be the one pitching, and he will face Samuel Lott for his first assignment. Comes home. 0-1. Hudson Ford over on first. Johnson did have a leadoff hit, got picked off. That's where the first out came from. Big swing and a miss there from Samuel Lott, who's now down on the count 0-2. We're now looking for the 3-pitch strikeout. Lott fouls it off. I have not seen any 3-pitch strikeouts today. We might have only seen maybe 1 or 2 strikeouts. So good work by these boys not going down by way of the K. Getting the better of the pitching for the most part, as we have already seen 9 runs and we're already halfway home. Curveball just misses. One, two, almost hits. Samuel Lott backs him up off the plate. But now looking for the first out of his outing. And he'll get it there. Called strike 3. Lott goes down looking. That's a strikeout from Fennell to Lott, and that's the second out of the inning. I'll bring back up Christopher Peters. He is 1 for 1 on the evening, or not evening, not quite yet, but afternoon, midday. Ford on first, 2 runners out. Breaking ball just misses the outside part of the plate. There's strike number 1. Fastball finds the corner. Another fastball. So he might have been fouled off there by Christopher Peters, and count will stay, or count move to 1-2. One, two, breaking ball upstairs. Two from number 2. Fastball fouled off by Peters. That one will go way out of play in the exact spot of the first row of the parking lot. Things stay at 2 apiece. Fennell trying to get out of it. The curveball. Good work by Peters, fouling off everything close. The left fielder for the Copperheads today really fighting to stay alive. One, two, or 2-2 fastball. Runs upstairs, doesn't get the chase. Full count, 2 outs, 1 runner on. We get a batter's timeout. Payoff pitch coming home for Peters. This hit high in the air. Shallow right field in foul territory. Isbell giving it a look. The ball drops, apparently. I can't see, but the home plate umpire just signaled safe, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. Payoff. Called strike 3. Fennell gets Peters down looking, And that is the end of the inning. We are through 4 full. The Athletics still retain their 1-run lead over the Copperheads. It is 5-4 as we head into the 5th. I'll have that for you momentarily. Fifth inning here at Knoxville Catholic. The skies are getting a little more brighter outside. Good to see the rain has, for the most part, passed for the time being. Give us some time to play some baseball. Blair's still on the mound. First pitch to the leadoff batter misses. It's 1-0. 2-0 now. Blair battling over Mason Alcorn. That one chopped on the ground over to short. Shepard's there. He'll throw across. Throw in the dugout. Alcorn will get on base by way of an error. So not the start you want to see defensively for the Copperheads. But Alcorn will take it. That will bring up DiBartolomeo one more time. Fastball in there. Strike number 1. Throw over. Airmails. That will allow the runner to go first to third. Alcorn not stopping. He will slide in safely. So a couple of costly errors defensively here in the 5th for the Copperheads. And the Athletics, who once trailed by a couple of runs, now lead by 1. And their first insurance run is now 90 feet away as runner goes first to third on the air. Fastball misses down low. DiBartolomeo in a good spot here, the 1-1. Big swing and a miss there from the catcher, and things will move to 1-2. One, two, back up the middle. It's going to get through the middle of the infield. So then no out single up the middle scores Mason Alcorn. The Athletics take a 6-4 lead. Good work. An unfortunate break for the Copperheads. The middle infield was playing really shallow in, and the comebacker to Blair on the mound almost kind of hit him, kind of fell down awkwardly, avoided anything much, but unfortunately a run does score. That makes it 6-4. Will Dickens skies this one into shallow left field. Peters will put it away out there in left. He will look back the runner on first. DiBartolomeo. That's the first out of the inning. Will Dickens just got underneath it. Skied it very, very high, just not very, very far, and that's the first out. That'll bring back up Jack Fennell. And Fennell skies this one into the same spot, maybe a little deeper. Peters coming in. He will be called off by Johnson out in center. A little bit of confusion there between Shepard, Peters, and Johnson. But regardless, the ball is caught, and that's the second out. So a bit of communication troubles out there in shallow left center, deep shortstop. Some defensive struggles by the Copperheads here in the fifth inning. They escape more trouble there. DiBartolomeo still on first. Finn Piper comes back up, and he goes down 0-1. Big lead there by the catcher over at first. Finn Piper goes down 1-2. Blair only a strike away from ending the fifth without allowing more than one. DiBartolomeo goes. Finn Piper swings and chops one on the ground to first. Hudson there. He will toss over to the pitcher covering. And that's the third out of the inning. So the Athletics get one more. They now lead 6-4 as we head in the bottom half of the fifth. We got 2.5 innings left to play. Your score through 4.5. Athletics 6, Copperheads 4. Bottom half of the fifth about to commence. Called a fifth inning stretch. And we're back here at Knoxville Catholic. Jack Fennell still on the mound. First pitch to the leadoff hitter, swung on and missed. Things will go to 0-1. Big swing and a miss there. 0-2. That one in the dirt. That one fouled off the foot of Shepard. Will stay at 1-2. Bryson Shepard comes up officially 0 for 1 on the day so far. Still trying to make a bid for his first knock as his team trails by 2 as we get into the 5th. Curveball. Caught him looking. Good work by Jack Fennell. Getting the first out of the inning by way of the nasty strikeout. That'll bring back up Negron. Negron 0 for 2, and there's a first pitch to him. Fennell working quickly, only at 20 pitches in his second numerical inning of work. Fastball gets the swing and the miss from Negron, and Fennell working quickly here gets ahead 1-2. I love the fact that these jerseys came in there. Just solid colored t-shirts or athletic shirts with the number on the back, but on the front they do have the Smoky Mountain Collegiate League logo. But at least they have jerseys. Foul ball there. But at least they have jerseys, so now they all can tell what team they're on consistently. And now my scoreboard can actually be told which team is who. Athletics are the one in blue. Copperheads are the one in green. And it will be that way for the rest of the season. Curveball plunks Negron. So tough break for Fennell, who got ahead on him 1-2. Said it's a hit by a pitch and a runner on. Mark Zuckerman coming back up. He is a 3-hole hitter. 0 for 1 on the day. Negron over at first. Trying to get some runs back. First pitch to him. On the ground over to short. Alcorn's there. He'll flip over to second for 1. Over to Diggins at first. Double play to get out of the inning. Quick work by Jack Fennell. And the twin killer double play makes quick work of the 5th inning. So now through 5 here at Knoxville Catholic, your score, Athletics 6, Copperheads 4. We have 12 outs left to play with, and that will be the end of this one. We will have the 6th inning for you momentarily. Sixth inning underway. Alex Trimble, the first one to see the 6th inning. And he will get ahead early, 1-0. Making sure I have names right, but I believe it is now Ben Bryant on the mound, who has been on the mound. But I just want to make sure that the game changer's not lying to me, and it should be Ben Bryant. Trimble on the ground over to second. The ground is there. He'll fire over. One up, one down. For now, when it's switching on me, it still says Blair. All right, we'll call him Blair. One of these days, we'll get the full roster filled out. But that is Grayson Wright. We know that. And he chops one on the ground over to third. Sackerman, the throw over. Not in time. It pulled him off the bag. Hudson Ford over there at first had a leap for it. And the hustling right down the line. Called an infield base hit. The bang bang play. And a run around with one out. Isbell the opposite way down the line. Foul. Isbell 2 for 3, not having himself a bad day. He would like to continue that here through his fourth at bat. So we head into the top half of the sixth with already one out. Runner goes off at first, right. Big jump, no throw. Things move it even at one apiece. Little half swing from Isbell. Home plate umpire says he goes. And he goes to 1-2. More sunshine here in Knoxville than rain, which is always good to see. So glad that everything passed and we can continue baseball as normal. Isbell to 1-2. Big lead for Wright over there at second. Blair steps off, checks him back. One, two count coming home for Danny Isbell. Called strike three. Isbell goes down looking. There's a strikeout notch for Blair. And two gone here in the top half of the sixth. That brings up Joey Sulish. Throw over. That one fouled off behind the plate. So it's not Joey Sulish, excuse me. This is Isaiah Whited. Looks like he is pinch hitting for Colby Comparado. Strike in there for Whited. The 0-2 from Blair. Wright goes off a second. That ball in the dirt. Wright will head to third, and it's a 1-2 count. Fastball almost called strike three. Instead, Whited stays alive, and it's 2-2. Whited deep to left field. That ball hooking and foul. Left fielder Peters giving it a look. I couldn't tell if that ball was going fair or foul. So a long fly ball instead of it being a 2-run shot to give the Athletics some more insurance. It's just a long foul. The 2-2, and that's a swing and a miss. Blair gets whited for the final out of the inning. And we are in the bottom half of the second as the Athletics still have a 6-4 lead over the Copperheads. The Copperheads now down to their final 6 outs to make a comeback. Copperheads now down to their final 6 outs as they trail by 2. We will get the bottom half of the inning started. Jack Fennell still on the mound. First pitch home, misses 1-0. Ian Hubbard in the box for his next at bat. He fouls that one high out of play. I'll move things to 2-1. Hubbard 0 for 1 the day. Breaking ball almost hits him, runs upstairs. Count will move to 3-1. That one on the ground over to first. Dickens there easily. And 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring back up Aiden Mulliken. Mulliken will stand in with nobody on and 1 out. First pitch is in there, strike 1. Mulliken trying to get things going for the Copperheads. They are now down to the final 5. Big swing and a miss there. Count runs 1-2. Athletics in a good spot to take home their 3rd straight victory. Copperheads looking for their first win. The 1-2 on the way, just missed upstairs. Two coming home. Breaking ball out to shortstop. No throw out there from short. Nothing going. Make sure the shortstop is all good. Mulliken reaches first base safely. There was a few substitutions last inning, so I'm trying to make sure I have everybody the right names. That is Alcorn out there at short. Means third base is now Garrett, or right, excuse me. At the plate, Jody Watson. A little half swing there from Watson. It's the first strike. Over at second. It's now Charlie, breaking ball in there. Watson falls behind 1-2. Charlie Lofton over at second. Dickens steal at first. I cannot see that outfield from here. DeBartolomeo still behind the dish. The 1-2 coming home. Just missed outside. Very particular about making sure I have all my fielders in the right spot. I feel like that's the least they deserve. Just to be called the right name in the right position. Always have to have a heads up. A little foul ball off the handle, it looked like, from Jody Watson. Didn't pull his bat back all the way. Still 2-2. 2-2. Just missed the upstairs corner. Count runs full. Throw over, trying to get Mulligan on first. He gets back safely. The 3-2 home for Watson just misses down low. It's a 1-out, full count walk. That means Brent Johnson will walk back up to the dish. Johnson 1 for 1 today in the left-handed box. 1 out for him, 2 runners on. Copperheads trying to find some motion here late in the game. That one fouled out of play, caught by the net. Breaking ball slips from the hands of Finn Allen. Things will go to 1 apiece. So 1-1 with 1 out, 2 runners on. Mulligan over at second, Watson on first, Johnson at the dish. Lefty in a good spot, the 1-1, fouled off the handle again. These little half swings might be the death of the Copperheads today. Johnson working himself into a 1-2 count. Jack Fennell still battling. 2 runners on. The 1-2 on the way home. Breaking ball on the ground over to second. Lofton will flip to short for 1. Back over to first. Not in time. Johnson beats it by a hair. Mulligan will head to third base safely. Runners on the corners now with 2 outs after Johnson reached safely by way of the fielder's choice. That will bring up Hudson Ford. First pitch to Ford. It's going to get down into left field. Mulligan will come around and score. It's now 6-5 Athletics. And the 2-out knock over to the left side by Ford keeps the Copperheads in striking distance. That will bring back up Samuel Lott. But now trying to strand 2 runners on. First pitch to Lott. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball just missed the plate. I know I've mentioned it in previous broadcasts, but from here you can see the break of the balls, and they're really pretty from this point of view. I hope that the broadcast can capture some of the movement from these breaking balls. These young college kids really know how to snap these balls across the plate. 1-2 or 1-1 turns into 1-2. Fennell only a strike away. One, two, snapped high and away. Samuel at a 2-2. Samuel back up the middle. The leaping grab by the shortstop Alcorn, and that's the third out of an inning. What a good acrobatic play there from Mason Alcorn, who was just in the perfect spot at the perfect time. And that will end the 6th. So the Copperheads get one more, but they still do trail by 1. The Athletics will have a chance to get any last insurance runs they can before the Copperheads will have their final time to strike. We head to the last inning. Your score: Athletics 6, Copperheads 5. Blair still on the mound for the 7th inning. He will have the task of keeping his 1-run deficit right where it is. First pitch is in there at strike number 1. Little substitute coming in. For Joey Sulish, it will be Watkins. Watkins swinging his club for the first time today in the 7th. That one chopped on the ground over to short. Shepard's there. He'll throw over. 1 up, 1 down. So that'll bring back up the kid who just made that nice acrobatic play only a few moments ago, Mason Alcorn. Mason Alcorn 0 for 2, still looking for his first knock, his last chance to get it. Curveball in there, strike 1. Breaking ball on the ground over to third. Zackerman throws over to first. The throw high. Ford tags the runner even though he had to jump up. Tough break for Alcorn, and quickly 2 up, 2 down. Zackerman made the play, set his feet, threw the ball a little offline. Good heads-up play by Hudson Ford over at first, jumping and tagging Mason Alcorn. And 2 up, 2 down quickly for Blair. That'll bring back up the final batter potentially for the Athletics today. This will be Gavin DiBartolomeo. First pitch to him, set high up in the air in the infield. Second baseman to ground, calls off everybody else. 3 up, 3 down. Good work by Blair. So that'll bring back up the Copperheads' final time to strike. We will head into the bottom half of the final inning. Your score after 6.5. Athletics 6, Copperheads 5. What a fun day of baseball as we've had. Just about to wrap up the first game. We have two more after this here in Knoxville Catholic High. A lot of games being played for the Smoky Mountain Collegiate League. And I am on the mic for all of them. A lot of yapping this summer, but that's what I signed up for. Anyways, back here, bottom half of the sixth inning. A fun one here today. Athletics currently have a 6-5 lead over the Copperheads. Isaiah Whited will take the mound for the final inning here today. And due up first will be Christopher Peters. Peters 1 for 2, shows bunt, fouls it off. Whited loses that one. It's 1-1. Piper is now out in left. Trimble is out in center. Cope over at second. That one fouled off. We'll do it again. Alcorn at short, right at third. DiBartolomeo on the mound, or behind the plate, excuse me. Whited, telling the rubber. Whited looking to close the door here. Swing and a miss. Christopher Peters goes down swinging. Copperheads now down their final 2 outs. And that will turn the lineup over to Bryson Shepard, the leadoff hitter. Will swing his bat as one of the final chances for the Copperheads to notch their first win of the season. Again, the Athletics will play at 5:30, so only a few minutes after this game is over, the Athletics will take on, I believe that is the Eagles. Copperheads are 1 and done today. Shepard making a bid for a solid last at bat here in the 7th, already at 2-0. Breaking ball over the heart of the plate. Big swing and a miss there by Shepard on the breaking ball. Shepard now down to his final strike. Isaiah Whited moving quickly. 2-2 coming home, and the Dirts will skip away from DiBartolomeo. Things will run full. Three, two, called strike three. Shepard goes down looking back-to-back strikeouts for Isaiah Whited on the mound. And now that will leave the game in the hands of Negron for the final time today. Negron 0 for 2. He is the last chance for the Copperheads here in their sole game of this Monday. First pitch to him, catches the bottom part of the plate. It's 0-1. Breaking ball, called strike two. Nasty pitch there by Whited. Negron now down to his final strike of the game. The 0-2 home, swung on, hit high in the air, right center. Right fielder Danny Isbell is there, and that's the game. The Athletics will take this one 6-5. They knock off the Copperheads, and they will head into their second game of this doubleheader. Now 3-0. Copperheads will fall to 0-3. A fun one here today on this first game of 3 games here today for the Smoky Mountain Collegiate League, where we saw 11 runs being scored. Not too many bad plays today for either team. Got good defense, good offense. No long balls here in the first one. But nonetheless, your final score, 6-5. If you're a Copperhead fan, thank you for tuning in today. Tune in for your team's next game. Sometime this week, I will be back on the microphone. We will go on before first pitch. And if you are a BCA family, the next game is slated to start here in about 23 minutes. I will end this live stream and come back on in a new stream for the next one. So thank you again for listening. My name is Hunter Mancuso. I am your broadcaster for the season. I will see everybody in the